Hey guys, Michael J. Crawford here, and welcome to part 2 of my Daredevil Born Again musical extravaganza. Yeah, that's still a thing. So, here we have the second episode of the 2-part premiere, this one titled Optics. And let me just say this. So, after part 1, I was left with thinking it was good, not great. This one, Optics, gave me the feeling that this felt more like classic Daredevil. While there was not a lot of action in this episode, in fact, we never really see Daredevil in costume in this episode, the action that we do get is definitely more like the action we were used to from the original series. That is, well, brutal, to be honest. And the brutal, visceral nature of the action in this show, as far as this episode is concerned, I think is a big positive. You know, one thing we forget is that Matt Murdock does not have superpowers in the sense that many of the Marvel characters do. Aside from the fact that he has extraordinary senses due to the chemicals that got into him and also caused his blindness, he's just an ordinary guy. So he can be hurt fairly easily, and he's not going to be throwing, buses around and stuff like that. So I actually really appreciate the humanization of the hero character that we get, both from the original Netflix series and from this, the second chapter in this Daredevil Born Again. So what did I think about it overall? I think that this episode was definitely a step up. So it went from good to really good, borderline great. Now, the only reason I say borderline great is because I can't, in all fairness, call it truly great until we see the entire series. That is, until we get the feel for if this is truly the pattern that we're going to be seeing for the series, or is this just a one-off episode that happens to feel a lot like the classic show? For that, only time will tell. And I have time.
Fisk gives a speech to the city, saying superheroes should be banned. There are boos and there are cheers as hopes and fears spread across the land. That night, a guy named Hector walks into the subway station to catch the train at 9:15. He runs into a mug and tries to help, starts fighting, and in the fight one guy trips and is creamed. Where Hector did not know the guy was a cop, till his friend pulled out a gun and yelled, "Stop." Hector's going on a rough journey. I just hope he can find a good attorney. Daredevil born again, taking the case and working the lore. I cannot wait to see what is up with the guy painting on the wall. Fisk is in his car, getting mad at a traffic jam that stops him on the way to Soho. He gets out and sees a sinkhole, tells the crew to get to work now, the people love him so. Matt goes to court to get Hector out of jail. The judge says a cop killer? Hell no, he stays without bail. Daredevil born again, the judge handed him his balls. I cannot wait to see what is up with the guy painting on the wall. Fisk and Vanessa seek a counselor for therapy to hopefully fix their broken married life. What nobody realized at the time was that Matt's girlfriend was the one talking to Fisk and his wife. Meanwhile, Matt and the cops are trying to track down the witness to Hector's beatdown. They race to be first when they find out the guy has a run-down apartment on the other side of town. So Matt shows up to warn the guy to run. Then the cops show up and threaten Matt with a gun.
Well, that was a mistake.
Daredevil born again. Matt beat the cops in an epic brawl. I cannot wait to see what is up with the guy painting on the wall. Whoa! Daredevil born again. Don't know if the cops are dead and gone. I cannot wait to see. But for now, thanks to all my friends on Patreon.
Herman Schmeckelbeck, Jason Rogers, Sean Clone, Twinkle Teaches, Leadon Cresman, Lee Crest, Laura Finney, Thomas Potts, 47 Yorktown, Roll, Lucia Dice Gay, Always Here, T Stoney, Indie Tiger, Captain Phantom Nerd.